Good evening and welcome to the beautiful Las Vegas Stadium. We're here for your third clash for the Tuesday night. We've got the Parramatta Eels taking on the Penrith Panthers in what will be a clash of the Titans. We've got the returning Parramatta Eels from their hiatus from the SRL taking on the Penrith Panthers that are under a bit of new leadership here. And I guess speaking of new leadership, I'd like to welcome my co-commentator, Newcastle's very own Mai Mahava. How are you going?
Good, thank you, Josh. It's good to be here. Bit of change of scenery for us instead of being in some leadership meetings back we're in the commentary box together today.
Yeah, I don't know whose smart idea this was to let us loose on the commentary booth, but look, here we are, preparing for our own clash tomorrow night. They've decided to give us commentary duty, which what better way to get ready and get accustomed to the stadium than sitting up high watching what'll be a great game. I'm very keen to see how AMAC and his Eels take on Riley Murray and his Penrith Panthers. Both some really interesting signings over the off-season. I'm keen to see how both of them have signed. But as we get kicked off, Mai, I might just get your thoughts on kind of both teams.
Yeah, it should be really to see, like you said before, Panthers under some new leadership with Riley Murray, and then obviously Willie K, as he is now known in this 2.0 era, moving over from the Melbourne Storm. It'll be very, very interesting to see.
Absolutely. As we're midway through the set here from the Panthers, a little bit of lateral movement from them there as Rusty Shackelford tries to go through a gap there, but wrapped up in a strong tackle from AMAC as I look to go back through the other side. And it looks like an attempted spin movement from Moses Valentine. I guess while we're having a bit of slow movement there, I'll quickly run through the Penrith Panthers team. So lining up from 1 to 13, we've got Riley Murray, the captain at fullback there. He'll also be our goal kicker for tonight. Lecky Tua, Lachlan McKinnon, Valentine, that'll be Moses Valentine, Dom Ponkston, Kane Nielsen, Chris Wakabayashi, Preston Beats, Willie K at the 9, Preston Beats, Willie K at the 9, Russell Shackelford at the 10, TBK at 11, Phoenix Murphy and Nepo Goat at the 13 there, rounding out the starting squad. As we see Parramatta now returning it back with a dreadful, that is a horrible ball, but it's turned out really lucky for them. Blair Curtin, he's managed to pick up the scraps, and Parramatta get another set of 6 there as they work up towards the midfield. As we look towards the Eels, they've got a bit of some names that are a bit synonymous with the Parramatta Eels and SRL. You got Luke Short lining up in the 1, Cooper Speedman, Seamus O'Coxie, Luke Driscoll back at the number 4, Ethan Goodwin, as we see the man Ethan Goodwin there tackled really close to this touchline. Parramatta, they're going to want to head towards infield, and Jack Jimmy gets a bit of space. He gets past 1. Jimmy will get wrapped up by Riley Murray. As we round out this Parramatta Eels team, Tyler Hayden and Patrick Bolova will make up your halves pairing. As we see some lateral movement between Luke Short, and Luke Short, he'll be the one that gets the inaugural try for Parramatta Eels here. Great ball running from the man there as he gets onto the gap there, wrong foots, that'll be Kane Wilson, and dives in for the try. That's fantastic work from them there. Great start for the Eels, and Parramatta, they're off and racing, Mai.
Great there from the fullback, almost seemed too easy, just one quick move of the feet and just around the corner. Some great work there, some great running there from Jack Jimmy, the vice-captain as well. Great teamwork try there as he converts his own try.
Absolutely. As we'll finish up the team list, so we got in the props, we've got Filippo Gould and Matt Downey with Blair Curtin completing the front row at number 9, Jack Jimmy, the vice-captain, at number 11, Simon Hunt at 12, and Anthony McDonald, the captain, at 13. We'll look at the benches a little bit later on in the half as they do start to kind of rotate on here for our prop rotations late in the first half. But Riley Murray, he'll get us back underway here as we wait for the pass. I hate seeing that, honestly. The catch and pass from the half, I've seen it go wrong so many times this week. But anyway, we move on. Parramatta, they've gotten away with it again. As Belova, the half, he'll take a hit up there. I guess, we're a couple minutes in. We've already seen a score from the Eels. If you were Penrith's captain, kind of, I guess, this early into the game, what would you be thinking?
Yeah, I think just some good running there always. There is another line break there. Wow. Luke Short going all the way through, making some good meters there. I think Penrith really want to stop that running through making some good meters, passing the ball well, and just watching those wings as well.
Absolutely. We'll take nothing away from Luke Short there, but that was a forward pass if I've ever seen one. Anyway, last tackle, ball goes up to air. He'll go down to the winger, Lecky Tua. He catches it perfectly under cover there, but he'll get driven back by the covering defence of Tyler Hayden, and I believe that's Jack Jimmy, the vice-captain. Great line defence from them there. As Penrith, they're in a bit of trouble. They're in their red zone. They're going to want to try and rock it up out of here, and I don't mind that. The little inside run like that from Wakabayashi. As we head back, Nepo Goat, the recently changed Nepo baby, is turned into the Nepo Goat. He was someone that was really exciting in SRL 1.0. I'm keen to see how his career progresses throughout 2.0. But Penrith, they're in a bit of trouble here. 31 metres gained for this first set. Wakabayashi's going to try and kick out of trouble. Gets it down to the opposition 30 to Cooper Speedman, someone who was a bit of a danger man in the preseason. He gets past that front line, but Riley Murray, cool, calm, and collected under pressure. He manages to take his man. As we come back to the middle of the field, we'll go to Downey. Bit slow onto that ball there, but he gets wrapped up by the frontline defence, I believe by the prop, and I believe it could be Willie Kay that made that tackle there. As we see Nepo Goat now, he's in another tackle involvement there. As we shift out to the right side of the field, Seamus O'Coxie now. Bit of a strong tackle there from, I'm going to say it's the number 2, I believe, out there. I could very well be wrong. A bit hard to see from the box up here. But they get a 6 again. Willie Kay there just couldn't get out of the tackle quick enough. But Parramatta there, they'll get another 6 tackles in the red zone. This is some alarm bells ringing for Penrith. There's Downey now. He'll ruck it up through the middle. And Blair Curtin with a bit of a shuffle out of dummy half, but Willie Kay is not falling for it. Giving it a bit of waft so in the tackle there. But anyway, we move on. Long ball out to Seamus O'Coxie, but he's wrapped up by the winger and centre combo. Great tackle from the both there. As we go back to Simon Hunt, that is. And we've got another 6 again in the same area. So one more, we could be seeing a penalty or potentially a sin bin. So Parramatta, they're going to want to capitalise off this here, and Penrith, they're going to want to knock it off because they're in some trouble and Parramatta are coming to knock. As we go to the bunker there. I'm not sure what we're checking. I'm pretty confident that it's held up. He's on his back and the referee was right there. Anyway, we'll go to you, Mai. I guess I've talked for a little bit here. What have we got going on?
I think the bunker's been very, very, very thorough this week in Las Vegas, so checking all of those ones that are quite clearly turned on their back.
Yeah, absolutely.
See the Eels go out wide again.
Eels going out wide. They seem to be pushing how far the bunker will let them go and the referees will let them go. But Simon Hunt, he'll just push right through. We're going to go to the video referee. Don't worry about it, mate. Put me in there. That's a try. He's gotten the ball to the ground. And Riley Murray, he couldn't do it on his own. And no knock to that guy. Really hard to make those one-on-one tackles, especially with the momentum being with the attacker. Bit unfortunate for the men in pink, but that's something that as the season goes on, these teams will look to work on because it's happened a few times over the weekend. As we see Luke Short stepping up for his second conversion of the night. So far, he's been pretty good with the boot, and in some of the off-season games, he's been pretty solid with the boot, but also dangerous in the attack there. So Luke Short, I'd imagine he'd be one to look out for the season, as he does now, this conversion. I guess excluding yourself, Mai, who's a player or a fullback or any position really that you'd be, I guess, keeping your eye on as a potential danger player?
Yeah, there's a lot of good names in fullback. A new position for myself this year, which will be very, very exciting. But of course, you've got Damo Moana there at number 1 for the Wires. Like you said, Luke Short's looking dangerous early on. Lots of good players. Casey Kay as well for the Finns. Yeah, a lot happening in that position.
Absolutely. As we see Filippo Gould, he'll be running it back up the field. Couple minutes left and that man will have a break. I'd say pretty deserved break. The prop forwards have been doing really well to smash it up the middle there. As we see the Eels now, they're making some good ground as they do throw an inside ball back to Amac. He'll try and get it up through the middle there, but Nepo Goat and Preston Beats, Rusty Shackelford and Nepo Goat have wrapped him up pretty well there. Jack Jimmy's wrapped up. Well, I believe that is Dom Ponkston. Nope, that's not. That's number 12. That's Phoenix Murphy. Takes me a bit of time to get used to all the names and faces from up here. But we'll drop it back to the pocket of Tyler Hayden. He'll kick it down to the winger, Lecky Tua. Lecky Tua's been all right under the high ball there, but he's gotten past one. But Luke Short, he's got his man there. He's done really well in this defensive kick chase, I guess. He's doing really well to cover that back line. I guess 25 minutes, Marmite, 2 unanswered scores from the Eels there. Penrith, I guess, would you start to sound the alarm bells, or do you think it's just a bit early for that?
It is early days, but I think the Eels have just looked so solid in defence. Not a lot of line breaks. The wing isn't getting much return down that sideline. I think they're looking really, really, really solid.
Yeah, absolutely. Great assessment of that. I'd agree with you. This has been probably the first real set they've been in any kind of opportunity for attacking as they go wide to Riley Murray. He gets past one. Oh, he drops the ball. That's great attack from them there, but it's just not worked out for them in the end. I love that play from Riley Murray. As we see the Eels now, they get on the counter attack. Filippo Gould gets in some space, gets up over the 30-metre line, closing in on the 40. But this will be tackle 1 for them there due to the knock on. I'll go short side to Hayden, back on the inside to Amac. Again on the inside to Luke Short. Luke Short gets into space, but he does get wrapped up by Riley Murray. He's come across well there in cover. 2 tackles gone. We're crossing halfway now as Simon Hunt. He will meet some strong defence with a tackle of Willie Kay. Pushes him back. As we see Preston Beats there making the cover up tackle. And we see Jack Jimmy, he goes through a bit of a gallop. Gets past 1, gets past 2. It'll be Willie Kay that wraps him up about 15 metres out from the line. Good set from the Eels here. We see one of the markers just getting square just before he's played the ball. Bomb kick from Hayden towards the right side of the field, round that scrum line. Ball gets up to Speedman. Speedman gets wrapped up by Willie Kay, and they'll turn it over about 8 metres out from the line. Good set from the Eels. Penrith have got some work cut out for them now, Marmite.
Yeah, absolutely, really great set. Capitalising on a mistake which should have been a try down the other end. Just a bit of a fumble there as the Penrith Panthers start to bring out small line break there from Nepo Goat.
Absolutely, as Penrith, they look to try and get on some attack there. As we look towards, we're about 20 minutes out from half-time. We should see some prop rotations happening real shortly, as it's a very interesting play from Penrith to go, they shift like that. Being in 40-20 territory, I'd say make the kick, but again, what would I know? As that's a horrible mistake. They've knocked the ball on just shy of their own halfway line. This prop rotation can't come quick enough for Penrith. They're going to need to get some fresh legs in, and they're going to need to get them soon before this game does roll away from them too far. As Penrith, they're just holding on, but Parramatta, they're knocking. 1 tackle down. We're about 20 metres out from the line. End of this set, we'll be in real good position for an attacking kick. We'll go across the field, out to Hayden, back into Luke Short. Keep the ball away from that man there. As Nepo Goat makes a 1-on-1 tackle. We're going to shift short side again, out to Amac. Amac goes to a short ball to Jack Jimmy. Jimmy's wrapped up on his back, just shy of the try line. Blair Curtin, cheeky trying to go for the dummy half scoot there, but Nepo Goat wasn't fooled. Last tackle, they'll look to, it'll be Amac. Amac, Amac, get that in ya. Just kidding, love you, Amac. Anyway, that'll be Rusty Shackelford with the a fantastic tackle, and Harrison Coward puts the big don't argue on Amac. So a bit of a, I guess, 2 minutes of hell from Amac. But as Robbo Mobiston has just made his way onto the field and took a run, so we start seeing those rotations from both sides. Penrith have brought on Robbo Mobiston and Harrison Coward into the fold, and it's worked well for them so far as TBK gets on a good run. Out the ball, out to a Valentine. Great stuff from them so far. We're seeing a bit of life in Parramatta as they throw the late ball out to Nepo Goat. I'm really loving the late offloads, making so many meters. As they get to Riley Murray, Murray's in space. It's foot race. Riley Murray with the hit back. Luke Short went for the ankle tap. He hit it too. It's a great ankle tap, but the work from Riley Murray there to just get himself over the line. He's done all the hard work. And what a better man than Riley Murray to get the first try for Penrith in the newly revamped SRL 2.0. I guess we were getting ready to put the red pen through Penrith as they were looking to potentially concede another try, and these 20-minute prop rotations, they've seemed to have flipped the ball on them.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great try there as he converts it as well, beating his opposition number on the to the try line. Little ankle tap. Great. It's good to see Penrith coming back and giving it a good fight. We know the players on that team. They're not going to go down easy, and they're going to be a little bit salty that they're down a little bit. So they're going to try and get their way back into this.
Definitely, as we look now to Parramatta, they're going to kick us off underway, but they will have their prop rotations come on shortly if they're not already there. You'll have Matt Barisic in the number 14 jersey, and in the number 15 it'll be the big Jim Bourbon. You can't miss him. He's the big boy there on the right of screen with the pink hair, sorry. But Penrith, they'll look to hit back off this set, try and have a good set off points and potentially add some more or at least get it to some good field position. Robbo Mobus now with a good second carry out to TBK. TBK in space. TBK's got fullback to beat. Offloads inside to Willie K. Willie K's had a great first half, a very defensive first half. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's hurting come halftime. But Valentine, he gets through the front line. No one was here at marker. Everyone was just asleep. But he gets driven back by, I believe that's, I actually don't know who that is. I can't see. The jersey's a bit blurred out for me there. But Kate Nielsen kicks it down to corner. Cooper Speedman, whoa, puts the steps on Don Ponkston there. I guess my valuations on that set there, would you classify that as a good set?
Yeah, it was a bit some good stuff in there. Sorry, tripping over my words. Thought they could have made a few more pieces there. Gosh, it's been a long weekend here in Vegas, hasn't it? Certainly. But it was a good set. But we now see the Eels making some really good meters going the other way.
Absolutely. Don't say that though, Mama. We still got our game tomorrow, so I hope it's not the weekend. Anyway, as Barisic, he makes a great run there. Eels are in just outside the 20 on last tackle. I'm going to say we're out of range on an attacking kick. Blair Curtin's just, I don't know what's happened there. Bit of I guess he took his eye off the ball, and Penrith are going to turn it over 10 metres out. So not the worst result, not the best result. It's a bit of a mediocre result. But Penrith, they'll look to now go on the charge through Robbo Mobiston, just over the 20. Coming back through the middle now will be Kane Nelson. He gets the ball off to Nepo Go. Nepo Go in space, offloads it again to Riley Murray. He spins through the tackle of AMAC. AMAC's got room. Not AMAC, sorry. AMAC's got room, but Riley Murray's got room to beat. Gets wrapped up by, that is Luke Shaw who gets him, his opposition number 1. They're having a great battle at the back there, but TBK on another run. He's got fullback to beat in a foot race with the fullback, but he cuts in at the wrong moment, and Luke Shaw wraps him up perfectly fine. We've got Penrith now in some great field position. We will see a scoop from Willie K. Fullback hookers think alike, as we now have 4 tackles. They'll go out the back, out to Kane Nelson, out to Coward. Coward will try and push forward with the Jamie Soward inspired headgear on the man. Last tackle, great runs from Penrith to get up this far of the field. Kane Nelson, 1-on-1. He'll bring it into a 2-on-1, but he'll get wrapped up and turned onto his back there. Put in the in goal. We are at 10. It's a good result. Good field position gain from Parramatta. Good field gain from Penrith, I should say. But I guess to bring it out 10 is a bit disappointing. But anyway, good signs from Penrith so far, my.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you were saying before, I reckon that late offload's going to be absolutely lethal for some line breaks and some meter gains.
Absolutely. As we look towards, we've seen this. I believe we've seen this once or twice throughout the week, where the markers they'll struggle to get back on side, and the fullback will punish them. The halfback, hooker, third time lucky. The hooker will punish them by taking scoots, but seems that Penrith caught on real quick as Riley Murray now kick return. No one's in front of him. We've seen little bit Ethan Goodwin dive at air, but Riley Murray's got space, and Riley Murray's got a double. So Riley, as he should as captain, he's put Penrith on his back and said, "Come on, lads, let's go to the lead." As Riley, he'll have a kick to level us with some individual brilliance from Muzza.
Wow, what a try that is, beating 3 or 4 players, I think, in the process. Absolutely, and like you said, being captain, he's obviously leading from the front. He's not going to let his team go down without a good, solid fight, and all of a sudden they are about to be level, as I'm sure he's about to slot this over.
Barring any commentator's curse, which we have seen in Vegas, then that's exactly right. Penrith have just leveled the game. We've got about 9 minutes left of the half. Anything can happen, and we've still got 40 minutes of football to play post this halftime break. So don't go anywhere. And to those of you not familiar with the sport of rugby league, I hope you've had a good showing. Las Vegas is the place to be. I'm keen to come back next season if we so do. Actually,
Yeah,
I guess
absolutely.
ask my opinion after our game tomorrow, I guess.
Absolutely. We'll see if it bodes well for us. But the atmosphere's been awesome here.
Absolutely. As we see, it's a bit of a long time in the tackle there from Blair Curtin. Referee giving a bit of pity, I'd imagine, there. But TBK now, he'll try and run it up through the channel there, but doesn't quite get through. As Kane Nelson, he'll run through AMAC. AMAC will give way in the tackle. As we see, it looks like they're starting to slow down, but Willie Kay is playing chicken with Blair Curtin, but he gets around him, but gets driven backwards by, that is the big Jim Bourbon I was talking about. Someone you do not want to run into on the Las Vegas Strip, I absolutely guarantee. But Luke Short now, he will return the kick. Bit of slow to get back there, but he does get back, but gets wrapped up in a good tackle. As Eels, they're starting to slow down. I don't know if that's the fatigue of the first half setting in for them. They had a really, really fast start, and I guess it's caught up with them, or if Penrith have just taken some time to click into gear. But Penrith look good so far. Parramatta still looking good, but they've dropped off in the last probably 5 minutes. But Luke Short, he's looking to make me eat my words as he makes a bit of a break, gets tackled by Riley Murray on the 40. 4 tackles gone. They have salvaged the set into a pretty good set. They're going to want to obviously continue that, but with Barisic, it gets through the line a bit there, but Nepo Goat, he does make the tackle eventually. 60 metres gained from a tackle. Tyler Hayden, he'll kick it down to the corner of Lekitua. He'll get past one, gets past Luke Driscoll. He's got one to beat on the inside, but it is Luke Short who gets there. Who else but Luke Short? He makes a great cover tackle. If Shorty wasn't there, then that was going to be a Penrith try for sure. As Mobiston now, he tries to get through the line, but in a strong tackle of AMAC and Jim Bourbon. I've honestly never seen a man so big as Jim Bourbon before. He is an absolute giant. As Penrith, Lachlan McKinnon now, he'll make a bit of a gap. AMAC does push him back. I always thought AMAC was a relatively tall man until I saw him in that tackle with Jim Bourbon. I actually still can't get over that. I guess 4 minutes to go. We're going to head into halftime. I'll get your thoughts after halftime about what would have been said in the sheds there, as I've not seen this before. They've turned the ball over. Willie Kay with a bit of a brain explosion. I'm not sure if he's seeing something in the crowd or calling for a penalty. I don't know.
Seemed to be a bit of camera trickery there as well.
Bit of camera trickery.
For a split second, I'm not sure.
That's new. I've not seen that in my time here in Vegas, but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I was going to say 3 minutes till half time. What do you think both teams need to do before they get to that break?
I think just pushing in these last couple of minutes, because if they can edge that little bit high, get in maybe another try before and get that lead going into half time, make all the difference potentially.
Absolutely. As we see 2 minutes left on the clock, I think this might be the last set from the Eels, depending on what happens here. Lekitua returns the ball, gets past one, and Luke Short will be there to make the tackle as per norm. Gets him tackled 20 metres out from their own try line. They'll look to go back to the middle of the field to Harrison Coward, and Harrison, oh my, Coward is absolutely whacked by the, I don't know what number that is, number 14, which is Barisic, another pretty big unit. Parramatta Eels are out here collecting big units like Infinity Stones. As we see TBK making a bit of a line break, Luke Short will wrap him up. As we see Penrith making their substitutions before halftime, we see the 8 and 10 of Preston Beats and Rusty Shackelford come back to the field. Willie Kay tries to take a run. About 50 seconds left, so we will see Parramatta with the ball before halftime. They'll kick it from their own side of halfway down to Kane Nelson. He will put it down to the corner of Cooper Speedman. Do we see any kick return trickery? We do. We see him get past one, but cannot get past Riley Murray. As we see Barisic and Bourbon return to their spots on the bench. And Filippo Gould and Downey returning back to the field. So good stint from both props. Great work. I'd definitely say Penrith's prop rotation have lifted. As we go into the halftime break, we will see you after the break.
Hello, NRL Hotel. How can I help?
Yeah, g'day. I'd like to organise an early checkout, please.
How does the 60-minute mark of the grand final sound?
Perfect.
but I booked a final spot in round 10.
So it looks like that was cancelled in round 13. So if you could just move aside, though, we've got some genuine top 8 teams about to check in. There you go.
What?
All the best.
Really?
Penthouse.
Oh, you have got to be joking. Going up the was?
Nah, down.
Yo!
So we've had some complaints. Is there any chance you can wrap this party up soon?
Yeah, sure. Just give us another couple of seasons, all right?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Is that all you're going to do to stop them?
Better than you managed.
Yes, rooms. Yeah, send up another 5 utility players, please.
Right away, sir. And shall I send up some more Panthers?
Ooh, sounds delish.
Any baggage, sir?
Yeah, heaps. Try 38 years worth.
Jeez Louise.
Can I help you?
Yeah, actually, got any wins against top 8 teams in here somewhere?
No, just have towels.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
And welcome back. Hope that your halftime break was as interesting as ours was. I took a little bit of a look at the stat boards from the halftime break, and not a lot going on. Pretty 50-50. Scoreboard is reflecting how the game is. But I guess two things I'll point out. Both come from the Panthers side. The man on screen about to kick us off, Riley Murray, 238 run meters in that first half is absolutely insane work from him. And on the other side of the spectrum, Nepo Goat. He has made, 21 or 22 tackles, I think it was 22 tackles in that first half, which absolutely insane from the man.
Yeah, 22 tackles there from him in the first half, and some really solid defence work as we see a small line break there from Blair Curtin.
Eels are looking
some
to get us
interesting substitutions made at halftime, Josh.
Absolutely. I think we'll come to these substitutions in a couple moments. We'll see how these first sets go, and then we'll have a bit of a chat about the substitutions, which I guess they are a little bit interesting. I don't really know what I would have done any differently, if anything, but we'll have a chat about that in just a moment as we see Amac with the kicking boots on, kicks it down to Lecky Tua. He will return the ball. He gets past one, but Luke Short wraps him up. It's good to see that trend has continued on. As I guess we will come to that now, Mai. You've done the reporter work. You've had a bit of a look at what has been happening in halftime, but TBK decides to go on a bit of a trot first. I guess we'll look at Eels first. What did they do at halftime? What changes have they made?
Yeah, Para Eels, they've made 3 substitutions at halftime. So we've got Matthew Barisic on for Filippo Gould, Munster Mash, which is still one of my favourite names in this new era, on for Seamus O'Coxey, and James Jonathan goes on for Luke Driscoll.
Perfect. I guess the idea behind that, that's ugly. As we see Preston Beats, he gets a couple metres off it. Inside ball, Kane Nelson throws a filthy dummy, as one Sonny Tyre would say. I guess one Junior Tyre now would say. But they hand over the 10 metres line. I guess Parramatta, they're going to try and, wrestle back some of the control from this game, because they definitely lost that late in the second half there, where Penrith, they scored 2 unanswered tries late in the second half, both through Riley Murray. As we look over towards Penrith, and they've made a few more changes. I believe they've got a swap in the mix as well.
They do. They've made a straight swap for TBK for Lachlan McKinnon, which will be very, very interesting to see. We saw TBK making some good run meters in the previous set, so it'll be very interesting to see. In terms of subs, they've made 2 substitutions as well, as Jimmy Ralph comes on for Preston Beats and Matt Turner comes on for Rusty Shacklesford.
Fantastic. I love the reporter work there. You've done mine during your break. As we see ball over, kicks the ball down to the wing of Dom Pongston. He'll catch that on the fall, making a bit of a return. Can't get past Munster Mash, that is. He does make the covering tackle there. Penrith, they'll look to try and continue some form from the first half through Rusty Shackelford, who should have been substituted at halftime. I guess Rusty Shackelford is playing his own game. Captain Riley Murray will not be happy. Welcome back. A bit of a technical issue in the box here. As we see now, Rusty Shackelford and Preston Beats decided that they've spent a bit too much time on the field. Riley Murray blowing up the Lux, but Willie Kay makes a bit of a break as we get back here. Last tackle gone for the Panthers in some great field possession, looking to continue off from where they left off in the first play. They get 6 again, and Felix Murphy dives right on the ball, and he will take the lead for Penrith in what would be a interesting turn of events. Absolutely, I agree with that. He's played that, and Felix Murphy is going to take the first points of the second half.
Wow, what a try. I'm not sure what to say there. Crikey, I needed the replay there just to see what happened. Certainly did play at the ball. Wow, good start in the second half for Penrith, and they're storming back into this game after going down 12-0 early.
Absolutely. 3 unanswered tries from Penrith to take the lead in this game. It seems that they've kind of just taken the back seat, Parramatta. But again, it's only early days in this first half here. We'll see kind of what transpires as we get to the rest of the second half, as Luke Shaw, he'll look to get us underway. Captain Amac's going to have some words of affirmations, I guess you'll say, with his team to try and inspire them back to this game. As we get a deep kickoff back to the middle of the field, ball goes to Willie Kay. Willie Kay throws the ball, a bit of a line ball to Jimmy Ralph. As Phoenix Murphy gets absolutely poleaxed by, I believe that's Matt Barisic. Gets the ball out to Nepo Go, trying to make a bit of a recovery from that monster hit. Willie Kay gets out of dummy half, finds an offside marker, gets off the back of Amac there into some space. Great run from Willie Kay. Gets tackled just shy of the 30. Gets the ball out to Dom Pongston. Dom Pongston, bit of a spin move there. Has Luke Short to beat. Wrapped up there. Luke Short, way too long in the tackle, I thought there, but referee says last tackle, stand up now, as the ball goes out to the pocket of Kane Nielsen. Nielsen puts the bomb up. It's a good kick from the man, but Ethan Goodwin comes down with it. He gets driven back, gets in the in goal. We're going to see a repeat set for the Panthers.
Gosh, the Panthers have certainly come back firing in this second half as they get the return here. Just on halfway there, and Wakabayashi and Matt Turner will run that up.
Absolutely, as we play it just off the Kia Tasman logo, and they're going to shift wide out to the wing of Lecky Tua. He'll cut back infield there. Good move. I've seen way too many players go over the touchline in this weekend we've had, as Phoenix Murphy will settle us back up towards the scrum line, about 15 metres out. Willie Kay goes left out to McKinnon. McKinnon gets one-on-one with Amac, but can't get through the tackle. That'll be on the legs tackle there. We'll wrap him up nicely. About 5 metres out. Short ball out to Murray. Murray out to Pongston. Pongston with the steps. Pongston's one-on-one. But we have a legs tackle there that'll be Monster Mash that's on the legs. As the bunker's going to check this one again. Bunker's getting a workout today. As we see exactly what we commentated. Simon Hunt over the top and Monster Mash on the legs. No try. Go back out to the 10 fellas and try again. That's the referee's verdict. Last tackle gone. Good set from the Panthers as they get the ball out. Nielsen puts a kick in. That's a beauty of a kick, but just behind defense. But Barisic has time to pick it up. I guess we've seen a couple sets in a row there with the Panthers in the red zone.
Yeah, absolutely. The Panthers have come out absolutely firing. I think going into halftime level, they would have had chats in the sheds about just coming out firing and continuing and keeping that momentum that they just completely took off the Eels.
Absolutely. As the Eels now, they're going to look to, I guess this is really their first involvement of the half. as we go with Barisic there holding in the tackle too long, and we're shy of the 40, so that's a full-blown penalty there. Good way to get him out of trouble is Tyler Hayden. He'll be the man with the boot there. Kick us about just about halfway between the 30 and 40. Good kick meters there. Actually a bit less than halfway. But Blair Curtin will get us back underway. Throws it out to Downey. Downey goes to Amac. Amac's in space. Amac's got fullback to beat, but he's got coverage looming in on him. Amac there does get wrapped up by Matt Turner in the end. It's a great run there. Great set to start off. As Tyler Hayden now, he will try and get through the gap, try and crash over the line. Willie Kay is over the top of the tackle there with Riley Murray. Going back out to the left. Amac, flat ball. James Jonathan now. This is some enterprising football from Parramatta, going left, right, but they decide to take a one-on-one hit up. Tyler Hayden, wrapped up 2 meters short of the line. We're going to go back to the right. Amac now, he'll try and barge over. He's one-on-one with Riley Murray. We've seen this happen before, but we do have a legs tackle on the end of that tackle that's going to wrap him up. Bunker, again, just deciding to get involved, but Nepo Goat there makes the save, puts him on those back. Panthers are out of trouble so far. They've got about one more. I think they've got one more tackle to go. So right, last tackle there. They'll go out to the pocket of Hayden. Hayden will put the bomb up. It will come down. Don Ponkston will make the catch. Gets in the backfield. He's got one to beat. He had one to beat, and Ethan Goodwin, he came in clutch there, made the tackle. Luke Short got tied up earlier in that tackle. But the ball goes out to McKinnon. He'll make a bit of a break playing in the second row for the rest of this half. As we see some changes should start taking place soon, but that's a right pass that goes to Barisic. He cleans up scraps, and Parramatta are going to start their set inside the Panthers half. Jeez, bit of a tongue twister. As Speedman gets wrapped up close to that touchline, they're going to look to get as far away from the touchline as possible. But they do not. They get wrapped up just over the 30-metre line, about 22 in from touch. As Monster Mash goes for a bit of a run. Bit of a gap for Monster Mash. Monster Mash has Riley Murray to beat, but he does get wrapped up by a tackle from Monster Mash. So tackle from Riley Murray and Nepo Goat. Blair Curtin tries to find the defenders napping, but he finds a Nepo Goat ready to strike. As Blair Curtin, we go out to Tyler Hayden, puts the grub around. It's played up. They'll get 6 more tackles here, Simon Hunt, within the Eels, but he'll get put on his back by Kane Nelson. And we'll go back out to the 10 because it was 6 again.
A very good set there from the Eels, and they get the ball back. This would be dangerous here if they get to start a fresh new set on the 10-metre line. Not sure what the bunker's looking at here. Pretty obvious.
Yeah, look, I mean, I guess new season, new SRL. We're in Vegas. I guess they're just getting the rust out. But anyway, that's fine as we move on. As we see Monster Mash, he puts the steps on, but can't get past Muzza and Willie Kay, that is, sorry. But Downey gets the ball out to Barisic. Barisic in a strong tackle. That's Willie Kay again. He's been in some real good tackle involvements. I'd love to see what his tackles are like at full time. As we see Hayden goes for a crash ball, but gets put on his back. And Blair Curtin again with a dummy half dash, but is not fooling anyone with that one. That's 2 times in a row he's been pushed back, but he does take out Riley Murray from the defensive line. Grab a kick. And, Luke Short, the man. I would love to see a replay of this try. Grab a kick. Has he grounded this?
I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure if he even got a hand to it.
I don't think he's grounded this. I think Will Kay has played perfect blocker here. I do not agree with that at all. I think the bunker's got this one horribly wrong reviewing it. And the referee, I can understand the referee might not have been in a good position to view that, but the bunker should have caught that. As we see Luke Short now, he will go to convert his own try. Dubious as it was, we will be locked up here. We'll be locked up 18 points all. Both kickers with a perfect scorecard so far in Vegas. Obviously, touch wood, do not want to cause any commentators curse tonight. As Riley Murray, he will absolutely be filthy, blowing up Scucks Deluxe at the screen there. And I do not blame him whatsoever. We will not bash the referee, will not bash the bunker, but geez, in the words of Jeff Tuvey, there's got to be an investigation. as we move on, that's a flat at best pass to Downey as the Eels get us back underway. And I guess I'll pass over to you, Marmite, because I am going to just keep talking about that try.
Well, I think I might touch on that try as well. I think that was a very dubious call there, especially seeing all the other bunker reviews we've seen throughout this game. Something I'd like to touch on, though, very quickly is we've now got both captains with doubles now, I believe. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, that'd definitely be right. Yeah. Both captains have got doubles as we see Penrith turned the ball over, and Riley, he nearly found some space there, but AMAC just made that tackle before anything could have happened. Willie K goes out to McKinnon. McKinnon, a long ball out to Wakabayashi out to Shackelford. Do apologise for any of the names that I do butcher through this commentary night. As we go back towards Phoenix Murphy, he will try and settle us through the middle. 3 tackles gone. Penrith looking to, hit back from the set. He goes through an offside AMAC, gets wrapped up by Blair Curtin. He pinches some good meters there, 10 meters out now. As we see Riley Murray going to acting half, gets it to Nepo Goat. Nepo Goat, he's someone that needs to have a break very soon. Otherwise, we could be seeing potentially another injury. As we go out, last tackle, Kane Nielsen, bomb up to the left side. We've got Dom Ponkston lurking. We've got Riley Murray. Triple. Riley Murray triple. The captain's done it. He's had enough. He's out-leaped. That's Cooper Speedman. He's out-leaped. And he's bagged himself a double. And those those SRL betting, I'm not sure of what's happened in previous results, but if another captain or another player has not scored a triple, well, you'll be happy because there's another one that scored a triple.
Wow. I think that's just the epitome of leading from the front, isn't it, Pretzel?
Absolutely. I'd be interested to see, can Luke Short get a triple? 2 triples in the one game would be absolutely electric, especially for those that do play the unofficial SRL fantasy. I think triples at fullback. I think fullback's going to be really dangerous. I mean, I know there was discussion points the back end of SRL 1.0 and coming into, as we started 2.0, we kind of had the discussions on what were going to be kind of overpowered positions, and it seems to be the fullback so far. But great work from both fullbacks as Preston Beats receives the ball. And he's held a tackle for a bit long there. Come on, ref. What's going on? As we move past that, Rusty Shackelford now with the ball. He'll bring us back up over the 20-metre line. We've seen some interesting referee decisions tonight. I'm not sure if this referee will be travelling back to the fields of Australia with us, but we shall see. Time shall tell. As Willie K gets it out, long ball to Lachlan McKinnon. Lachlan McKinnon with the flick pass back to Willie K. As we're about a minute away from that, I believe that lock change should happen quite soon. So Nepo Goat, he's only got a few moments left to, mistake his claim and, stay injury-free. As Luke Short now goes on a bit of a gallop, but gets wrapped up by Chris Wakabayashi. As Tyler Hayden now, the opposition half, he'll go for a bit of a gallop. Gets wrapped up just shy of halfway. AMAC wants to run it himself, passes it straight to Will K. AMAC can't wait for a break. He's offloaded it to the wrong man, but that's okay. Fatigue is a real thing. As we move on, Riley Murray now, he gets past 1. He nearly gets past 2 and gets into the arms of Patrick Belova. As we now go back to the middle, Preston Beats now. He's in some space. It looks like the Panthers, they want to push on. They want to push on with the lead and potentially stick a nail in the coffin. As Willie K now gets out from behind dummy half and tries to trick the defense. But the defense of Luke Short and Luke Driscoll, he's got quad feed from Riley Murray. Wow. I know 3 was a bit of a difficult task, but out of dummy half, he's absolutely right foot stepped and made a fool out of AMAC and Luke Short as well, going the other way. Jeez.
Wow, he certainly wants to put his stamp on this competition early, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Showing some certain Vegas flair here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got some Vegas. He's got some Vegas flair about him tonight, does Riley Murray, but he's also put himself well in the, I know it's only round 1, but he's definitely would have put himself well into the Sim VP conversations. I know I've seen some pretty fantastic efforts from the weekend. I know that Liam Ryan had a good game. Chaz Dingo. Even Ryan Woolman, I've been told, has had a fantastic game so far. So weekend's going along really well. And we've seen some fantastic performances. And Luke Short, another fantastic performance. But Riley Murray, 4 tries. I mean, I don't know if I'd love to see. I know we're going to set records this weekend, being SRL 2.0, but that's a record you don't want to set. It's the first one of the game, but that's not good.
Yeah, speaking of records, Josh, I was about to bring it up. John Boy might not be too happy with me, but I do wonder if his all-time points record, as we see below the crash over, that this will be held up. I do wonder if John Boy's all-time point scoring record might be under threat here.
Very well could be, and I'm not sure kind of what's going on from SRL 1.0 if we're retaining any of those records. I'd imagine we wouldn't. So I think tonight, or I guess by the end of the weekend, end of Wednesday night, we'll have completely new records, but we'll see what happens as Munster Mash returns serve with a spin move, silky footwork from the man, and I guess Munster Mash, with a name like that, you couldn't deny him a try. He wrong foots Moses Valentine and goes in for a perler of a try. Kane Nielsen tries to make the cover defence, but the Eels, they're hitting back. We're not done here, folks. We've got 12 minutes left, and Eels, they want their lick back.
Yeah, the Eels certainly not going down without a fight here. You can say that about both teams tonight, though, actually. It's just been back and forth. There's not been one dominant team here. Although that is the first misconversion of the night. That could prove fateful, Josh.
Absolutely. Misconversions, I think so far for the week, have been punishing. With just under 12 minutes to go, will that 2 points come back to haunt them later on? I guess we'll find out. But Riley Murray, he's going to want to get his men back on track. There was a really good individual effort from Munster Mash there to put the footwork on and to score the try. But we'll continue. As Seamus O'Coxey, he returns the ball. He's on back at the prop position, I believe he's been subbed on. So he will have a last 10 or so minutes, a good stint, but that's not a good way to do it. Ball offloaded straight to the basket of Preston Beats. Penrith, they cannot believe the field position they've been gifted right now, as they give the ball out to Lachlan McKinnon. He'll just try and steady it up. Simon Hunt and Patrick Belova trying to make the tackle, but he split the markers there. Belova was not onside. Will Kay runs that way. As we see Filippo Gould holding in the tackle. As we go back to the middle of the field, Kane Nielsen now, 3 in the tackle. They get him on his back. That's a great 3-man effort. The referee, they'll check this one. Should have checked the last try, just saying. Anyway, as we move right past that there, great effort, great teamwork, get him on his back, no messing around. We'll go out to 10 for, I think, 2 more tackles left of this set. This could be last tackle, I'm not sure. I'm not a referee, I don't count well. As we have 2 more tackles left, I do count well apparently. Chris Wakabayashi gets it out to Murphy, Phoenix Murphy now, great tackle there from the fullback and the centre combined, centre turned prop combined, sorry. As we go out to Wakabayashi, puts the grubber kick in for his half partner, Kane Nielsen. 6 and 7 combined, 6 sevens in the chat. As they combine for a fantastic try off the grubber kick. You love to see when the halves combine like that. Gets into space. I believe it comes off the back of Simon Hunt potentially. But furthermore, Penrith Panthers hit the lead even further.
Yeah, wow. You imagine this will make it very, very difficult for the Eels to come back with just under 10 minutes to go. You never know, but if this can be converted here, make their jobs very, very difficult.
Absolutely. I mean, and just this try in general has made Penrith's job really difficult. As we see now, 36 to 22, 14 points of difference, 9 minutes of play. Penrith have got a real good position, real good grip on this game. Parramatta, they've got the work cut out for them. We've seen it happen. We've seen Penrith strike really well. I guess who is going to be that game changer for the Parramatta Eels? Well, I believe some commentary issues has taken my eye. So I guess for me, my game changer for Parramatta will be the fullback, Luke Short. He's been absolutely unreal today for them so far. As we'll try and check back in with my shortly. As Preston beats, he gets driven back in a strong tackle from the number 9. As Willie Kay gets out of dummy half, he finds the marker offside, but gets wrapped up by Seamus O'Coxie. 4 tackles gone. Penrith seem to be a bit floundering in this set. They've done really well, the Eels, to contain them into their own half. So Penrith, they'll be kicking out of danger. Not a position I'd want to be in if I was them. I know that their 2 wingers and even their fullback are very dangerous when it comes to kick returns, but that's a fantastic kick. It's made it to the in-goal. Luke Short's got a bit of work cut out for him. He does get around 1, but Riley Murray does tackle him, pushes him back to about 15 out from his own line.
Yeah, apologies, Josh. Had a few technical difficulties there just for a second with my microphone.
No, that's okay. I guess I will ask you the question now. Who do you see as your game changer for Parramatta?
Oh, has to be. This would be an interesting one.
Well, you seemed pretty confident just a moment ago.
No, I got my P's mixed up. Apologies, it's been a long weekend. I thought you said Penrith, and I was going to just name the captain there.
Fair enough.
I think Short's been fantastic tonight. I think it has certainly been the battle of fullbacks.
Lecky Tua, he's wrong-footed.
We see Lecky Tua making some good meters. And he beats 1. Will he go all the way here? And he does for a try under the post. And you have to imagine, Josh, that this fully seals it for Penrith as they hit that 40-point mark.
Yeah, absolutely. 40 points. That's a big deficit, especially this early into the season. Having some bit of technical issues at the moment, but this has been a great showing from him and a great run from, I believe it was Lecky Tua. As Riley Murray, he'll look to convert what will be his, I think his 7th or 8th conversion for the night. 7th conversion. Very good from him.
Big celebrations for the captain, no surprise. This has been a mega comeback from the team, and they've just run away with it, haven't they, Josh?
Yeah, absolutely. We saw kind of the Eels, they came back a little bit in the beginning of the second half, but Penrith, they've just piled the points on here, and they've done really well to, I guess, suffocate the Eels. They've done really well to just contain them, so they'll want to push on with this, and last 3 minutes, they'll want to just continue off strong. As we see, Preston beats, he'll take the runner and we'll go out to the right, out to Wakabayashi. They're just playing it a bit safe here, Penrith. Now they've realised that they're pretty well in ahead, 20 points of difference, 3 minutes to go. They kind of want to just going to cruise home, I'd imagine. Don't want to take any risks. As Shackelford, a bit of a prop run there, 1 out stuff we're starting to see. As I say that, they do go 2 pass wide to McKinnon. Does get driven back by Munster Mash. Great tackle from him. Shifts it wide, bit of an inside-outside. Riley Murray does try to get around Filippo Gould, but he makes a great tackle there, does Gould. As we see Dom Pongston come in field, thought he might have taken the kick there, but that's Kane Nelson who puts it down to the corner of Ethan Goodwin. Can't get around TBK. A bit quiet in the second half going to the centre there, but it's worked out well. Penrith have pushed on, but O'Coxie came back on that prop and he's got another run on the board there. Great work from him there, but not great handwork there from the Eels. They've knocked it on. As Willie Kay cleans up scraps. Robertson now, he'll just push up the middle there. We've got a minute left. I don't think we'll see any more scores on the board, but we'll see what Penrith can throw at them. Riley Murray. Holy dooly. Riley Murray with 5. Pending any further results, I'd have to say he will be your leading try scorer for the SRL, and I'd imagine leading point scorer. Riley Murray, fantastic work. Wow. Take a bow.
Wow. I think we're going to see a individual points record that might stand for a very, very long time set in round 1 of this SRL 2.0 era here.
Well, what are we looking at? We're looking at seven conversions and then 5 tries. That's 34 points. That's a pretty elite try. That is pretty elite score from just one man. Have I done that right? Yeah. Wow. As we see, that'll be full time. We'll still kick off. So, wow, Penrith, they've done really well. They throw a forward pass to finish the game. Penrith have had enough. They will be your run-out winners from 46 points to 22. They really ran away with it. I began to thought we were looking at a bit of a close one as it did start to shape up to be a bit of a close game. But as we look at the score sheet for tonight, and one name you see quite a lot on there is Riley Murray. 5 tries and 7 conversions. An outstanding individual performance. Luke Short again with a really, really good performance. He's 2 tries, 3 conversions out of 4. Can't really knock that from him there. He's done really well, but he just got suffocated by defence late in that half as we look towards the game stats for the day there. And I guess Marmite, take us through. What do we got here?
Wow, just an incredible game. Captain Riley Murray of the Penrith Panthers just absolutely leading from the front. 8 tries to 4. Completely let that scoreline. Wow. Stumbling over my words a bit. Very even in possession, actually. Only 51% for the Penrith Panthers. I think the real difference you see there is the metres gained. Josh, you take us through the rest.
Mai's tapping out a bit early here, but I'll run through some game stats here as we go to the Parramatta Eels first. So Belova out of that number 7 jersey there, 124 run meters, 12 tackles, couple kicks. He had 3 try assists, which fantastic work. That's great involvements from him there. As we look to Jack Jimmy at the second row, Jack Jimmy at the number 11, 148 run meters. A few missed tackles, but he did have quite a few line breaks, so pretty good individual performance from there. Filippo Gould nearly cracking the century with only 30 minutes played. That's pretty solid. Can't really complain there. Barisic, 101 run meters, 9 tackles, none missed, couple line breaks, and again a pretty good performance. Amac, 127 run meters, 27 tackles, 8 missed, but you can't really complain when you're marking Riley Murray like that. He would make anybody look silly. He got a couple line breaks in and a kick for a couple meters too. Luke Short, like I said, he got suffocated a little bit in that second half. 152 run meters, 17 tackles. We had 7 line breaks. So again, another really pretty good performance from him there. As we kind of just, look to, what went wrong. Missed tackles was definitely a big thing. A couple of missed tackles across the board. But we look to the Panthers now as we get back up to the top here. So I guess we'll just look straight away. Riley Murray, 288 run meters, 14 tackles. TBK, 14 and 6 tackles, 39 tackles for Nepo Goat. I think that's the most I've seen. Run meters, though, again, across the board, shared pretty well. Nepo Goat just about hitting that 100. Kane Nielsen, 138. TBK, 160, even after moving to centre at halftime. Preston Beats, just over 100. And Willie K, 135 run meters, 31 tackles, 2 missed. 5 tackle breaks, 2 line breaks, and a try assist. So, again, really standout performance from both sides here. But Parramatta, they just didn't quite have the legs to continue like Penrith could, and Penrith, they ran out your winners 46 points to 22. Tune in live tomorrow for our final 2 games of the round. Don't ask me what they are because I can't remember. So we've got the Warriors and the Storm. That will kick us off for our final day here in Vegas, and then we'll look to in my opinion, the game of the round, but I am biased. The Seagulls taking on the Knights to close out Vegas round. These will be some great games. will cap off what has been a great Vegas round. But for now, I have been your host, Josh Pretzel, and my Ava has joined me in the commentary box. We bid you farewell.